Hey YouTube, I have no idea what day this is. Today I ground beans and I put them in the basket for the Keurig. A little screen insert you can put in there so you can grind your own shit. Pretty good. Yeah, not bad. Chile, -9. Say my last video, I'm mixing it up. I usually smoke Virginia tobacco in this. It's a Rick Black Rhodesian. Here's the camera. Beautiful pipe. Morta, made from Morta, petrified oak. Nice funky stem on it, little skull ring. Yeah, it's nice. It smokes fantastic. It doesn't gurgle at all. And I'm smoking Balkan mixture with an agar. We don't usually smoke English tobaccos in this pipe, but I don't smoke a lot of. I smoke nothing but English just most of the time. I don't smoke very much Virginia or Burley or aromatic, so I never get to smoke these pipes as frequently as I'd like to. So. Starts to get funky, I'll just put the alcohol to it. Usually works out pretty good. Starts getting a little nasty. Give her a little alcohol rub and she's usually takes all that ghosting away and whatever. I don't know, I find this tobacco's pretty strong, right? So, I don't know. So I'm going to play around with my pipes a bit and see if they actually do ghost. I'm trying different tobaccos in it. I don't usually, I usually let my pipes rest a few days. I was going to read your comments. Going to go through some of my emails and read your comments on the video, but it's too damn cold. To be doing that. You know, so far this winter's been pretty good. Shit, knock on wood. We haven't had that much snow. Temperature's been pretty good. You know, doesn't usually get. Geez, we've had some, days above 0 in January, man. That's, wow, eh? I don't like that. Yeah, I really like this tobacco. I smoke it all the time. And the crisp air. It's really good too. You guys should try that, eh? If you live down south, go, I don't know, go stand in a walk-in freezer, man, and smoke a pipe. Smoke a pipe in a walk-in freezer. It'll be nice for the weather to warm up. Shan't be long now, I say. Hopefully. There's my clock out there. Alright. Putting a lot of videos out, holy shit. Just talking about foolishness. A lot of you guys, so was it Biscuit, I think? He said, you got to watch me build a snowman and destroy it. It was more like a snowball. I'd be making no snowballs today, man. It's a little nippy. Any little breeze when it's like this, man, it's just burns the face. I don't think my face is supposed to burn from the cold. I don't like that. I gotta get me a ski mask. I had a ski mask, man. That's the secret to staying warm. You gotta cover your scarf or a ski mask. You gotta cover your mouth and your nose. It's the only way to stay warm in this kind of shit. You don't want to get that wind on your face, man. You friggin' get frostbite. Thermometer. The sun isn't on the deck yet. It's still behind the tree. It's probably, I don't even know what friggin' time it is. I don't even know what day it is. Doesn't matter. But the sun's not on the deck. It says minus. I got a thermometer over there. It's -9. And yeah, I know. There's other parts of the world a lot colder than this. I just pisses me off is the parts of the world that are warmer than this. I really like this pipe. It's probably my coolest looking pipe I got. Just because of the, the fact that it's made from Morta. I think Rick gets it from, I think it's the Croatian bogwood. Seems to be the biggest supply of it. There's a place in France that they get it too, but I think the bogwood in France is it's like in a national park and protected. And for those of you who don't know, Morta, listen, it's petrified wood. What it is, it's partially fossilized, right? Apparently it's not that easy to work with. It's not smooth. You can see it's oak, right? You can, I don't know if you can make it on the camera, but you can see the oak grain on it, right? If the sun comes around before I'm done, I'll show you. But Morta is usually around, now from what I read about bogwood, it's about, roughly 5,000 years old. The tree falls, an oak tree will fall into a bog, and it'll settle in the mud. And because of the lack of oxygen, it won't rot. So it starts to fossilize. So the wood fibers start to become replaced by what do you call it there? Minerals, like minerals and stuff start to fossilize. So it sounds it doesn't sound like wood when you tap it. It's very light. It conducts heat pretty good too. So they can warm up pretty fast, but they cool down super fast too. And they have a weird flavor to them too. It's not like you don't taste anything in it, but it's with a briar pipe or a corncob pipe, it'll kind of, they don't ghost as bad, I find. I don't have meerschaum. I'd like to get a meerschaum pipe, but they don't ghost, and I don't know. It's you don't get any kind of taste out of like with briar. When you're building up that cake, the briar itself may add to the flavor, and different woods will add to the flavor that you're smoking. But this here, you don't. A lot of people put honey in their bowls. Same idea. Well, with this, it's just all you taste is the tobacco. If you all don't have a Morta pipe, you should try one. You should get one. They're pretty cool. I really like it. Love this tobacco too. But yeah, it's I don't know how fragile it is. Like, I don't go around purposely dropping my pipes. I'd never do that. But as far as pipes go, materials. Morta's pretty cool. And it's a big beefy looking pipe too, right? It's got a big stem on it, but I'm a clencher, so it's not that heavy. It's comfortable. You'd be surprised. Oak isn't as dense as briar. Briar's the root. It's the wood is actually root. It grows underground. And you all know, if you look at it, the grain is super, super, super tight. But it's just a regular piece of friggin' oak, man. It just looks like oak. Big, thick, grain, and I don't know. It's really unique looking, right? It has its own beauty, It's not like I've got some Petersons in there with beautiful bird's eye. I've got that Eric Stockeby with that beautiful classic Danish straight grain and just beautiful finishes on them. And this has no finish. It's unfinished wood, more or less, But it's the beauty. It has its own beauty, Anyway, it's a pretty cool pipe. It's like when I got friends over and people are checking out my pipes and shit, I always got to make sure they see this one. And I always like to talk about this one. What I always like to show people is it's not just the pipe, there's the art, the beauty in it, in the grain, Look at that grain! The beauty of bird's eye. Bird's eye is just, if you get some nice tight round bird's eye, man, it's just beautiful. Straight grain, like the Danish style straight grain pipes, and they have their own, the smooth finishes on them. They look really nice too. I always like the look of finished wood. Even in my house, when I was putting in windows and I was doing the windowsills, and I wanted pine windowsills. I didn't want to paint them, so I got nice pine, no knots. Finished it. Put curtains up, can't see it, but I like the look of it, right? I like the look of unfinished wood. When I did Mom's house next door, when we did the hardwood floor, birch hardwood, and the guy who did the floor, who stripped it, he said, man, they don't make floors like this. And it does. It looks great. You can see so many different types of grains in it, and there's beauty in the wood, right? But anyway. Smoking the Morta. Anyway, guys. Get yourself a Morta pipe. They're pretty damn cool. It's got to have lots of skulls on it. Skulls make it look cool. Anyway, you guys all take care. I'm going to enjoy temporary retirement. All right. See you all later.